Please join us for our opening hymn from this bright hour. From this bright hour and days to come, as we have gathered into one, open the gates and the light will shine all around. Let there be light. Wounds of the world begin to heal as peace with justice is made real. Open the gates and the light will shine all around. Let there be light. All are welcome, all invited, with open hearts and open minds. In our living, in our learning, may we always be searching for truth and light. Now is the hour, join in the song, here in this place where we belong. Open the gates and the light will shine all around. Let there be light.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to First Unitarian Church of Portland, Oregon, where our mission is to nurture the individual spirit and to build the beloved community. We're so glad that you are with us this morning for our family worship service. Every Sunday we light a chalice, and I'm going to light the chalice here this morning in our chapel. We are Unitarian Universalists. We light this chalice in faith, in hope, and in love.
This Valentine's Day is a time to remember those that we love, to remember those around us that we love, but also to remember those who came before us. We call them the ancestors, those who came before, but we could also call them saints. Some people do call them that, like Saint Valentine. We could call them saints because their stories give us examples of how to live and to live well. Sometimes they give us examples of things to avoid, too. They are examples for us that we can look back to help us make decisions in our own lives. We look back even as our own lives look toward the future. Come now, into this space of remembering and imagining, into this space of memory and hope. Come now, and let us worship together. Happy Valentine's Day. Are you celebrating Valentine's Day? Did you make a card for someone in your family to tell them that you love them? Someone special outside the family? Mostly, this is a day to let those we love know that we love them. And it's not a national holiday. There's no time off from work or from school. Did any of you celebrate Valentine's Day in school? Celebrate online last week somehow? Before COVID, some schools still did what I did when I was in elementary school. Each child would get these sheets of small Valentine's wishes, small cards, and write the name of each person in the class on one of them. Then the teacher would collect and distribute them so that each child got a Valentine wish from every other child. You'd come home with a bag full of them. As I think back on it now, it was a very universalist way to recognize the holiday. Each and every one valued and recognized it had that going for it. But it always seemed pretty artificial, since you had to write a Valentine even to those kids you didn't like, even to those kids who had been mean to you. Who thought this holiday up? Where did it come from? The day is named for Saint Valentine. Here is one image of what he might have looked like. Doesn't look much like a Cupid, does he? The Catholic Church actually recognizes 3 different saints named Valentine. They all lived in Italy hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and they all became martyrs. They were all killed because they were Christian. And if that sounds pretty grisly to you, you are quite right. But there are also some interesting stories about these Valentines that I want to share with you. Remember, all stories are true, and some actually happened. One story is that St. Valentine performed secret marriages for soldiers. The emperor decided that unmarried people made better soldiers, so he made it illegal for soldiers to get married. In our church, we know how important being able to marry the person you love is. So I like that story about St. Valentine. Another story is that Valentine helped inmates escape from harsh Roman prisons where they were mistreated. Here's an image of Valentine preaching to prisoners in jail. Well, we know how many people get put in prison today unfairly, people of color particularly, so I like that story too. There's even a story about St. Valentine when he was in prison himself, falling in love with his jailer's daughter and sending her a message that he signed, "From your Valentine." You'll see that message on plenty of Valentine's cards today. Valentine was named a saint because he defended his religion when his faith, Christianity, was under attack by the Roman Empire. In many religions, saints are people who are known to be exceptionally spiritual or holy. We might say that the spirit of life and of love is strong in them. Some religions believe that all people become saints when they die. And almost all religions have some way to honor lives that are truly exemplary, lives that religion holds up as examples to be followed, examples of living a truly good life. Jews call these individuals tzaddik. Muslims call them wali. In the Sikh faith, they are gurus. Buddhists call them bodhisattvas. And in Santeria from West Africa, they are called the Egun. Different names for individuals who are to be honored for the way they lived, ancestors that are to be held up as examples and remembered. And whether those religions believe these people have some special power, they almost all are considered great teachers about how to live. On this Valentine's Day, it is good to tell those you love that you love them. That is a good enough reason to honor old Saint Valentine, whoever he was. But I also wonder which of your ancestors you would like to hold up as an example of how to live a good life. In one sense, your ancestors are the members of your family that have lived before. Your parents, yes, but your grandparents, great-grandparents, and on back even further. Have you heard some of the stories about the elders in your family? Would you like to hear more of those stories? You can ask, you know. But ancestors can also be people we're not related to, people not part of our family. They can be teachers or counselors or family friends who have inspired you, who have been examples for you about how to make good choices, or examples of people you want to be more like yourself. You can also claim ancestors of the Spirit. Which people in history really inspire you? Which ones do you think are good examples to follow? Eliot Chapel is named after Thomas Lamb Eliot, the first minister of this church. Some members of the church claim him as their spiritual ancestor. For example, we're talking about wholeness this month. One way to think about wholeness is to think about all that we need to hold: our past, our present hopes and challenges, and the future that is still unfolding for us. Wholeness is holding all of that and sharing love for ourselves, for those around us, and even for those who came before us. Sharing love and gratitude for all the saints.
Our special song today is a traditional black spiritual called When the Saints Go Marching In. Have you heard that song before? Maybe you played it on your recorder, or maybe it was in one of your piano books. It's a very popular song all over the world, but there's one place in the United States where it's really popular. That's New Orleans, Louisiana. This week in New Orleans, they have a huge party there. It's called Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras, they have beautiful decorations of green, yellow, purple. They have parades, they have dancing, people singing. It's a great time. If you were at a parade, you probably heard When the Saints Go Marching In. And you'd most likely start dancing along, singing, and following the parade on down the street. Now, the song talks about the saints, or our ancestors, leading the way through times of trouble. When times are tough, it may seem like the sun won't shine, or the stars might fall from the sky. But through the strength of those who've come before us, we can find courage, and we can be held in love as we make our journey. One of the fun things about this song is that it's a call and response song. So when I sing When the Saints, you can yell, "Oh, when the Saints." And I can say, "Go marching in." You say, "Go marching in." And then you can sing the rest of the song along with me once you figure out how it goes. All right, so let's do it.
We are traveling in the footsteps of those who've gone before, but we'll all be reunited on a new and sunlit shore. Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, oh Lord, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in, and when the sun refused to shine, oh, when the sun refused to shine, oh Lord, I want to be in that number. When the sun refused to shine. Stars fall from the sky, oh, when the stars fall from the sky, when I want to be in that number, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, oh Lord, I want to be saints go marching in.
As Reverend Bill said, on Valentine's Day, it is good to tell those you love that you love them. For our meditation today, let's meditate on kind words that we would like to share with those we love. You can say it silently to yourself in prayer, maybe for a grandparent or another being you love who is passed. Or you can think of kind words that you would like to share with a friend or family member later today. Think of a couple words or a sentence right now. Maybe you will choose to write it on a piece of paper later today. Let's be in silence for a minute as we think about the words that we want to use in our prayer or meditation, or share with someone later today. Thank you for joining me in this meditation this morning.
Our lives are the current chapter in a story that goes back many generations and will continue many generations beyond us. On this day, we tell those we love that we love them. On this day, we also name our gratitude for those who have gone before, for all the saints, all of the ancestors whose lives led to our lives. The love we share today honors the love they brought into the world. This is the day we have been given. Let us rejoice in it and be glad. Go in peace, practice love. Amen.
Please join us in our closing hymn, God Be With You.
God be with you. God be with you. God be with you until we meet